Fans disgusted over Bachelor Daisy Kent's theft. June 16, 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bachelor Nation News fans. Daisy Kent was a popular contestant from Joey Graziadei's season of The Bachelor. But some of her choices since her time on the reality show have turned some fans off. Now they're accusing her of theft. Keep reading to find out what she allegedly stole. Bachelor runner-up living her best life. Daisy Kent was a frontrunner for Joey Graziadei's final rose. In fact, she made it through elimination after elimination to the final rose ceremony. Viewers praised Daisy and the other finalist, Kelsey Anderson, for bucking franchise tradition and riding to the ceremony together in the same car. Traditionally, the loser arrives first and is sent home so the other can get engaged while the sun is in the perfect position. But Daisy continued to throw tradition aside. Instead of waiting for Joey Graziadei to dump her, she broke up with him. She told him that it was clear to her that he was going to choose Kelsey. She graciously stepped aside. The last couple days, I realized that, you're not my person, and I know that I'm not. And as much as that hurts, I know you said you want the best for me, so I'm going to do what's best for me and I'm going to go, she said at the time. She reconnected with a flame from college after leaving the show. While fans hope to see her as the next Bachelorette or on Bachelor in Paradise, she left LA to move in with her boyfriend, Thor Herbst, in Las Vegas, Nevada. And she was right about Joey Graziadei. He was going to choose Kelsey. The two were engaged and eyeing a 2027 wedding. Daisy Kent, reality star, influencer, poet. Daisy Kent had a social media following before she joined the ABC dating show. She became popular on TikTok for sharing stories about her hearing loss and living with a cochlear implant. She got the implant as a teenager after suffering from progressive hearing loss. Since her time on the show, she's gained more followers and became a social media influencer. She recently had a huge opportunity at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville. She's also featured in a commercial for the Daisy brand of sour cream. According to some on the internet, Daisy Kent is also the author of a motivational quote that she said on the After the Final Rose special after breaking up with Joey. She said, "If I can love the wrong person that much, imagine how much I can love the right person." The quote is often used on social media platforms and attributed to the Bachelor contestant. But she didn't write it. Fans disgusted over her theft. An annoyed fan took to social media to call out people who credit the quote to Daisy Kent. According to them, the quote has been used on social media platforms, Tumblr and Pinterest for a decade. One fan agreed that the quote has been around for a while. They wrote, "I was scribbling this in my diary while Daisy was learning the ABCs." Another fan took major issue with the quote being credited to Daisy. "If I were the person who had actually created this quote over a decade ago, I would sue," they said. While the original author of the quote probably won't take such drastic action, the majority of Bachelor fans agreed it was wrong to attribute the quote to Daisy Kent. Had you heard the quote before she used it on the reality show?
Fans
Let us know in the over
comments.
Bachelor Daisy Kent's theft. What did she really take? The glittering fall from grace. Daisy Kent was America's sweetheart. With her golden waves, soft-spoken confidence, and magnetic vulnerability, she had captured the hearts of millions during her run on The Bachelor. Her story was compelling. A small-town girl with a cochlear implant who refused to let hearing loss hold her back. She was inspiring. She was different. She was real. And then it all changed. It started with a single blurry photo posted on Reddit. Someone claimed Daisy had stolen something during the After the Final Rose special. It was vague. No one knew what it meant. But the internet, hungry for drama, did what it always does. It exploded. Hashtag Daisy the Thief started trending on X, formerly Twitter, within hours. By morning, headlines were blaring. America's favorite Bachelor star accused of theft on live TV. Daisy Kent's shocking scandal. What did she take? The internet wanted answers, but all Daisy gave them was silence. The evidence piles up. A TikTok account with 200 followers posted a clip slowed down to 0.25x speed. In it, Daisy hugged the show's winner, her ex, Joey Gracie, and fans claimed you could see her slipping something off the table near the host's seat. What was it? A script? A necklace? A symbolic gift? No one could say for sure, but speculation turned savage. She stole something, and you can literally see it. Is that the bracelet Joey gave to Kelsey? How could she? I looked up to her. From sleuths to self-proclaimed experts in body language, the community was convinced Daisy had done something wrong. Bachelor Nation was spiraling. The most incriminating clip came from a backstage assistant, anonymously leaking footage where Daisy was spotted placing something shiny into her purse moments before exiting the stage. It was enough to send the fandom into meltdown mode. The necklace theory. The leading theory? Daisy has stolen Kelsey Anderson's necklace, a dainty gold piece Joey had gifted her during their overnight date in Tulum. Fans remembered it well. It had a tiny wave charm to symbolize the flow of love, Joey had said. But on the night of after the final rose, the necklace was mysteriously missing from Kelsey's neck. And Daisy? Well, she was wearing a layered stack, one of which looked suspiciously similar. You don't just accidentally wear someone else's jewelry, one comment read. She knew what she was doing. Kelsey didn't comment. Joey didn't comment. Even Jesse Palmer stayed silent, which, to Bachelor fans, meant everything. Silence, after all, was admission. Daisy speaks out. 5 days after the scandal began, Daisy finally broke her silence on Instagram. There's a lot of noise out there right now. I want to be clear. I did not steal anything. I wouldn't do that. There's more to the story, but out of respect for others involved, I'm choosing peace over drama. But the post backfired. Choosing peace? That sounded like a cop-out to fans. She limited comments. Then, she deactivated her account altogether. Now they were really mad. The friends' turn. At first, former contestants rallied behind her, but then came Sydney G., Daisy's former castmate, who posted a now-deleted TikTok saying, "Let's just say, Daisy's not who I thought she was." Sometimes the truth comes out in the smallest ways. The damage was done. Influencers weighed in. Bachelor Nation podcasts lit up with speculation. Reality Steve did an emergency podcast titled, Daisy Kent, From Favorite to Fraud? Within 24 hours, Daisy had gone from role model to reality TV villain, all over something shiny and allegedly stolen. Kelsey breaks her silence, and then the bombshell. Kelsey Anderson finally commented. In an emotional live video, visibly shaken and barefaced, she shared, "I don't know what happened to the necklace. I noticed it was gone after we wrapped. It could have fallen off. It could have been misplaced. I'm not saying anyone took it, but yeah, I've had my suspicions." The internet didn't need confirmation. They needed conflict. And now they had it. Screenshots of Daisy's previous Instagram photos were dissected. A high-resolution image showed her wearing a necklace with the exact wave charm. It wasn't proof, but it felt like it. Daisy disappears. As the hate piled on, Daisy ghosted the internet. She canceled podcast appearances. A planned collab with a wellness brand mysteriously vanished from their website. Her publicist issued a generic statement. "We are aware of the rumors and have no further comment." Meanwhile, the TikTok views under #DaisyTheThief crossed 80 million. The damage to her image? Catastrophic. Even Bachelor alums like Becca Kufrin and Michelle Young made vague comments about protecting your energy from those who pretend to be someone they're not. The message was clear. The truth comes out. 1 month later, the story took a turn. A behind-the-scenes producer named Rena dropped a 10-minute expose on YouTube, showing raw rehearsal footage from after the final rose. In it, Kelsey took off her necklace during a break, placing it on the table next to Jess's cue cards. Minutes later, Jessie picked up the cards and the necklace, tucking them into a pouch marked props. That same pouch. Returned to wardrobe, not Daisy. The theft never happened. In a follow-up video, Rena spoke directly to camera. Daisy didn't steal anything. She was wearing a different necklace that had the same charm, a style from a boutique in Minnesota. This witch hunt was disgusting. Bachelor Nation gasped. The apologies. Suddenly, the same influencers who fueled the fire rushed to delete old videos. Some offered half-hearted apologies. Okay, so maybe Daisy didn't steal the necklace, but she should have cleared it up sooner. Others doubled down, claiming the optics were still shady. But fans were split now. Many began to rally behind Daisy again, calling out the toxicity of the fandom. We owe Daisy Kent a huge apology. This was bullying, plain and simple. Why did everyone turn so fast? But it was too little, too late. Daisy's return. 6 weeks after the chaos began, Daisy reappeared. In a powerful, tearful video titled My Side of the Story, she spoke calmly, bravely. I stayed quiet not because I was guilty, but because I was hurt. I thought people knew me. I thought I had earned your trust. Instead, you believed a theory based on a blurry clip and a whole lot of projection. She paused, then added, This isn't just about a necklace. This is about how quick we are to destroy people, especially women, over absolutely nothing. The video went viral, over 10 million views in 24 hours. And this time, the comments were overwhelmingly supportive. Redemption. Brands began reaching out again. Daisy's name trended on TikTok, this time under hashtag #WeOweDaisy and hashtag #JusticeForDaisy. She launched a podcast called Unfiltered with Daisy, where she tackled cancel culture, reality TV trauma, and the mental health cost of online witch hunts. In a surprise twist, Kelsey Anderson appeared on the first episode. The two former rivals hugged on camera. There was so much pressure on all of us, Kelsey said. And I should have spoken up sooner. I'm sorry. Daisy smiled, tears in her eyes. Thank you. That means more than you know. Lessons learned. What started as a scandal ended with a reckoning. Bachelor Nation faced hard truths about mob mentality and how quick fandoms can turn cruel. Influencers issued statements vowing to verify before vilifying. Even Jesse Palmer addressed it on a special segment. We owe our contestants more compassion. Daisy didn't just survive this, she showed us what real strength looks like. The real theft. In the end, the real theft wasn't a necklace. It was Daisy's peace. It was the trust fans had in her, yanked away over baseless rumors. It was her reputation, trampled by clickbait headlines and Reddit threads. But in rebuilding herself, she became something stronger than a sweetheart. She became a survivor. And now, Daisy Kent doesn't need The Bachelor anymore. She's writing her own story. And this time, no one's stealing it.